have about the running back market, trying to come up with solutions. It is what it is. The system is what the system is. The CBA says what it says. Analytics dictate what they dictate. The position is one where guys get chewed up and spit out. It's just the way it works. And it's hard to get the kind of big money that other positions get. Do you see a solution, or do running backs just have to accept this is the way it is, and if we don't like it, we better start playing a different position before we ever get to the NFL?
Well, it's hard to find a solution for the running backs because it seems like that's the consensus, and I'm against the consensus. I'm a running back guy through and through. I just know the impact of these guys, what they have on a team. I played with Emmitt Smith for 8 years, and I just saw our team get a lot of 8-man fronts and single coverage outside because number 22 was behind the quarterback. And, he carried it 20, 25 times a game through the playoffs and the Super Bowl for 13 straight years. And he was an incredibly durable player. And it just doesn't seem like guys are able to do that anymore. But we had DeMarco Murray. He led the league in rushing. Tony Romo just happened to have his best year when DeMarco Murray led the league in rushing. And the same thing with Dak Prescott his rookie year and his early years with Zeke Elliott. So, I'm a guy who advocates for running backs because I know the impact they have on the quarterback, the passing game, on the defense, on everybody in the organization. The tricky thing for me is why it's just nearly a fact that they can only play through one contract. You should never sign the guy to a second contract. Why was Zeke Elliott, 26, 27 years old, why is he done? Why is his value, fall completely? I don't fully get it because when I reflect back on the time when Emmitt Smith was playing, it was 2-back offenses. It was 8 and 9-man boxes. It was, you carry it 25 times, you get hit 50 or 75 times because there's people right there. You're running in confined areas. Now the game is more of a space game. Most teams have a second back they're using a lot. And the durability of these guys, I get everybody's leaner, faster across the board, the hits, the physics of it. I get all that. But I do think the game's played more in space, and they're not getting banged around quite as much as they used to. And still there's this durability thing. So I think there might be a deeper question here about how everybody's training, getting ready for the season, and having the armor necessary to play 17 games year after year.
So it may be a durability thing, but for reasons other than the inherent ability of the player to withstand. It's the preparation, possibly. It's the limited contact in training camp and preseason that these guys aren't as ready to go out and take the pounding as an Emmitt Smith did. But Emmitt Smith was one of a kind. I mean, he was one of the most durable players at any position I've ever seen. But I see your point that maybe if there's an issue with running back durability, okay, we can get somebody younger, we get somebody cheaper. We have to worry about these older guys who can't stay healthy.
Yeah, and maybe the calluses don't build up, and not only for running backs, but for everybody. And I guess this is a big picture, macro question, and I don't think we're going back. But I don't know that the foundation is laid for these guys to play and go through the punishment of the course of the 17-game season. But for me, the value of these guys is significant. The impact of Christian McCaffrey in San Francisco, the impact of Saquon Barkley playing 16 games last year on the New York Giants. The defense is better, the quarterback's better, the receivers are better. Everybody's better because number 26 is there. So that might be irrelevant because all the owners are viewing this the same way, and they're not paying one of these guys. But these guys are really good, and they're impactful. And Josh Jacobs not being in Las Vegas, that's impactful. Dalvin Cook not being in Minnesota, we'll see how that impacts them as well. So I'm a running back guy. I think their pervasive impact on the team is really strong, and I hope their value somehow gets rekindled because they're worth it to me.
Well, you were in New York offensive coordinator with Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley, and, I mean, bottom line, Saquon at 10, Daniel Jones at 40. Something's wrong with this picture when you look at the overall value of the team.
And Saquon got hurt in the second game and never really played. He played about 5 games for us, over the course of 2 years. So when he's there, and I know this from the other side, being in Dallas trying to defend him, it's all about number 26. We can't let number 26 beat us. And when you have a guy like that, all of a sudden the burden, we talked about burden earlier, it gets spread around. The quarterback's job's that much easier. I know whenever I played in a game in Dallas as a backup quarterback and I walked to the line of scrimmage, it was always an 8 and 9 man front because they're trying to find out where Emmitt Smith is, and we got to tackle him, and that makes your life a lot better.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.